Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Nightwing Issue number 4. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, issue number 4 is a nice little crossover issue between Nightwing and Batgirl, which is something that I was really looking forward to because I'm a big Dick Barbara fan, with, you know, the two of them being together, or at least a little romance that goes back and forth between them, which is quite funny because I constantly get into a debate with my coworker and friend, Tom, because he's a big proponent of Starfire and Dick. But, hey, let's actually talk about the issue itself. The issue's basic plot is that Batgirl is chasing after a criminal who can shapeshift. Now, this criminal has stolen some very important chips, little data chips, and Batgirl needs to get him, capture him, and bring him back and get those data chips back. However, she can't do it on her own, and seeing that she's in town, she thought she'd drop in and give Dick a little visit. Unfortunately, this is right after Dick was finishing up having sex with that girl that he met at the circus that he's been friends with for a long time. Her name still escapes me because with an R, I think it's Rhea. Temporary love interest that I will probably forget once she leaves. Anyways, it causes an awkward situation for Nightwing and Barbara, but Barbara just plays off with it and actually teases Nightwing about it. The two team up to take on this shapeshifter, and at the same time, they have to deal with the criminals that the shapeshifter is dealing with. Will Nightwing and Batgirl be able to have the great synergy that they had back in the day, or will this other woman in Dick Grayson's life cause a little bit of turmoil between the two? We're just going to have to read and see. So let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, the art is actually changed in this, and I digged the artist that showed up on this. I still like the art from the previous issues too, but I guess the reason why I like the art from this issue so much was the fact that it kind of reminded me of the old Chuck Dixon run with Scott McDaniel. Scott McDaniel, who did the art with Chuck Dixon for a lot of Nightwing. So it was a little bit of a nostalgia trip for me. Wasn't 100% the same, but it was a bit similar. So the art was actually pretty good. I like art that really shows off the dynamic movements of Nightwing, because in contrast to Batman, and you can even say Jason or Tim or any of the other Batman families, Dick is a very acrobatic hero. Duh. He's like the world's greatest acrobat. It's one of the few things he's better at than Bruce. And I really like it when it's showcased how good of an acrobat he is. So the art is good. Kyle Higgins does a good job at doing the dance. The dance? What are you talking about, Andrew? The dance that has been going on between Barbara and Dick for how many years? Like 40 years? Yes, the relationship here with Dick and Barbara is a little teasing back and forth, a little give, a little take, a little nudge in one direction, but we can't quite go all the way because, you know, we gotta play off in our own titles. Like I said, I've been a big proponent of Dick and Barbara together. One of my favorite moments is before Flashpoint happened, before this relaunch, back in 06, before Infinite Crisis, actually. My favorite Dick and Barbara moment is when he kneels down to her and he says, you know, I gotta go off and I gotta go save the world, and chances are I'm not gonna live, but if I do come back, will you marry me? It was actually a really nice proposal between the two of them, and of course Barbara scraps him marriage for some stupid reason, but I always like the chemistry that goes on between these two characters, and it's showcased very nicely here, as it was showcased very nicely in Batgirl. So the nice give and take that's going on here between the two is welcome. The story is okay. The story itself, like the shapeshifter, is more or less just an exhibition to flesh out the characters together, the chemistry that Barbara and Dick has. So I really didn't care if the story was in-depth or incredibly dynamic. It served its purpose. And lastly, we got a nice lead into the continue the main story arc we've been going with this psycho assassin. Is actually pronounced Psycho. Thank you for whoever clarified that for me. I am horrible at pronunciations. They elude me. But Yeah, so we got a continuation of the main story. Bad. There isn't too much bad about this, actually. It was a pretty solid issue. I wouldn't quite say it's 5-star material. Just because there's nothing bad with the comic doesn't mean it's quite 5-star material. But I do give it around a 4 out of 5 stars, 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's still really fun and still a really good issue. And of the two crossovers between Barbara and Dick, I have to say I like the Nightwing one a little bit better. Although the internal dialogue for Batgirl was still good in the Batgirl comic. So actually, it's really actually an even Steven. I think I just like the Nightwing crossover a little bit better. But still, I'm getting off the beaten track. Nightwing issue number 4 is a great issue. I do recommend picking it up. Kyle Higgins is doing a good job with Nightwing. I think it's the better of the two titles he's doing. I think he's just doing 2 titles, but Deathstroke is still a good comic. But I think Nightwing is really his where he is shining the most. So pick up Nightwing issue number 4. It's an enjoyable issue. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.